When God created the world and everything in it, He made man in His own image to live here and take care of the world. However, humans started doing evil things and stopped following His commands. They did not pray to Him, and they only cared for their own comfort. God decided to destroy the earth and everybody in it. There was only one man who loved God, Noah. Noah loved and worshipped God. He believed in God even though nobody else did. He also taught his family to love and fear God. One day, God spoke to Noah.
Noah, you are a good man. You are righteous and you live a good life with your family. But the world has become evil and all the people in the world deserve to die.
Noah was shocked at what he heard, but he remained calm. But God, these are your people. Have mercy on them.
No, Noah. The world has to be destroyed. I will send a great flood that will destroy the whole of earth. It will rain without end for 40 days. Every living being on earth will be destroyed.
So be it. Let your will be done.
Fear not, Noah. I have come to warn you because you have been a good man. You and your family will survive the flood.
You are merciful, my God.
You will have to build an ark for you and your family.
What is an ark, my lord?
An ark is a big wooden boat. You will build this ark to protect your family from the flood. The ark should be big enough for your family. You will also be taking many animals along with you so that they can survive too.
But God, I have no knowledge about building arks. How will I do this?
Do not worry. I will give you all the instructions you need. Just follow them, and you will be able to build it without any problem.
Okay, my lord. I will follow your instructions and do as you say.
You must also talk to the people around you and try to convince them to mend their ways. Tell them to turn to me, pray to me, and fear me. Tell them to be kind and do good things. Tell them to stop being selfish and live a good life.
I will do as you say, my lord. And as God instructed, Noah started to cut down trees. He made big planks out of the wood to build his ark. People started noticing what Noah was doing. They gathered around him as he shaped his planks and piled them up. They were curious.
Noah, what are you doing?
Hello, friend. I am building an ark.
What is an ark?
It is a big boat, my friend. It will protect me and my family from the flood.
What flood?
My dear friend, God, our Creator, spoke to me. He said that He is angry with the people, and He is going to destroy all living beings with a flood.
My dear Noah, we don't understand. Where is this flood coming from?
God will send heavy rains. It will rain non-stop for 40 days, and a flood will come and wipe out everything. You can stop this. God is angry with your ways. You only have to turn to Him and mend your ways. Pray to Him. Ask Him for forgiveness, and you will be saved. You can come with me on my ark. You will be saved from the flood.
Noah, have you gone mad? You do not make any sense. Why are you doing all this? Stop building this nonsense ark and look after your family.
Sorry, my friend, this is my work. God has asked me to do this. I have to obey Him. I will build this ark as He has told me. The villagers laughed loudly and returned to their homes. By now, Noah had gathered all the food grains, the seeds, and the animals. He stored the food grains in the ark. God then made the animals arrive in pairs. Every animal and bird on the earth waited in line patiently to enter the ark. There were lions, tigers, elephants, snakes, parrots, zebras, everyone. 2 by 2, they entered the ark. Then Noah called to the villagers and once again invited them to enter his ark. The people still refused to believe in him. They could not understand why he was collecting animals and placing them in the ark. They continued to sin against God and they refused to enter.
You said it would rain for 40 days, Noah. I don't even see a drip of rain anywhere. Do you still think that you're making any sense? Do you really think that this God is going to save you? You have been making a fool of yourself and trying to make us all fools as well.
I believe in my Lord. He will never abandon me. He has always guided me to do what is right. I am still inviting you to join me in the ark. You will be saved.
We are not coming into your stupid ark. You can do as you please. Just leave us alone now.
Once Noah had completed filling up his ark with the animals, God told Noah to assemble his family and bring them into the ark. Once they had entered the ark, the door was closed and the ark was sealed shut. As soon as the ark was sealed, the first drops of rain began to fall on earth. The villagers were amazed, as there had not been any rains for a very long time. Soon it was raining heavily, and big thunderclouds gathered all around the village. It continued to rain for days, and soon the water was flooding the village. The ark then began to float over the water. People in the village were running for shelter as their homes had been swept away by the flood. Meanwhile, Noah, his family, and the animals he had brought with him were safe and warm in the ark. It rained heavily for 40 days, and in the end there was nothing but water all around. All living beings were drowned, and even the highest mountains were covered by the flood. Noah looked out of the window of his ark and could see nothing but water all around. After 40 days and 40 nights of rain, it stopped raining. The water level slowly started coming down. The ark continued to sail with Noah's family and the animals. They kept sailing in search of dry land. After many days, Noah sent a dove out in search of dry land. The dove returned as it could not find any place to make a nest. The water still covered every patch of dry land. Noah waited for 1 week and then sent the dove out again. This time, the dove returned with an olive branch. This meant that the water levels had come down. Noah waited for 1 more week, and this time, when he sent the dove out, it did not return. This was a sign that the water had come down and there was dry land. Soon, the ark came to a stop on top of a dry mountain. Then God spoke to Noah.
Noah, it is now safe for you and your family to leave the ark. You can step out to the land. You can now lead a new life with your family. Release all the animals. Let them once again roam the earth.
Thank you, my Lord. I am thankful for your love and faith in me. You have kept me safe through all this. My family is alive and well because of you. We owe our lives to you.
You are a righteous man, Noah. Your faith in me has saved you. Your family has been saved because of your good deeds. I promise that I will never again send the floods.
As a reminder of this promise, God created a beautiful rainbow. Noah and his family lived for a long time on earth. They had many children, and soon Noah's children and grandchildren were spread all over the world. Joseph was one of the 12 sons of a man named Jacob in Canaan. He had 10 elder brothers and 1 younger brother. Joseph's mother had died when she gave birth to his younger brother. Joseph and his brothers helped their father in the field. They also herded the sheep. Joseph was the favorite child of Jacob since he was young and innocent. Jacob spent a lot of time with Joseph. This made the brothers very jealous. On his 17th birthday, Jacob gifted Joseph a beautiful coat that had all the colors of the rainbow on it. Joseph was very happy, but his brothers were not. They were now even more jealous. They felt that their father did not appreciate all the hard work they were doing for him. One night, Joseph had a strange dream. He was very excited, and he went to his brothers who were herding the sheep. "Hey, Simeon, I had a very strange dream yesterday night. You should hear this."
Oh, look! Daddy's little pet had a dream. Don't waste my time, boy. I have a lot of work to do. I can't sit and dream all day like you.
No, listen. In my dream, we were all tying up sheaves in the field. All of a sudden, my sheaf stood upright while your sheaves bowed down to mine. Simeon looked scornfully at Joseph and then at his brothers.
Oh, he isn't just stupid. He thinks even we're stupid.
No, this was my dream. And listen, in another dream, the sun, the moon, and the stars were all bowing down to me. That was so beautiful.
So now you want us to bow down to you, huh? Run away before we beat you with this stick.
One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were resting on the hillside. They were actually talking about Joseph and how irritating he was. When they saw Joseph running to them from a distance, they got so angry that they actually planned to kill him. Reuben, the eldest brother, felt strongly against this, but he knew that his brothers were too angry to listen to him.
Let's kill this irritating boy and we don't have to worry about him ever again. What do you think, my brothers? Come on, Simeon. We're his brothers. We can't just kill him. We'll just throw him into this deserted well and decide what to do with him later. That's a good idea.
As Joseph came to where their brothers were resting, Simeon and Reuben held him while another brother took off his colorful coat. Then they threw him into the well. The brothers returned home, leaving Joseph all alone in the well. Reuben was sad at what happened. He planned to come around later and rescue Jacob. Just then they saw a group of merchants were passing by. They were from Egypt and were returning after selling their merchandise. Then Levi, another brother, had an idea.
Why don't we sell Joseph to these Egyptian merchants? That way we can get rid of him once and for all without killing him. That's a great idea, Levi. Let's do it. Call those merchants here. We'll also have some money on our hands. Where is Reuben? Will he agree with this? He went to pick up something. Don't worry, he'll agree with us.
The brothers tied Joseph's hands behind his back and sold their little brother to the merchants for 20 silver coins. When Reuben came back, he was terrified to hear what his brothers had done, but he could not say anything. The brothers then took Jacob's coat and sprinkled it with the blood of a goat. The brothers went back to Jacob and told him that Joseph had been captured by a wild animal. Jacob burst out crying, and he was deeply saddened for his favorite son's loss. Joseph was sold to a very rich Egyptian named Potiphar. He was an assistant to the Pharaoh. Joseph was very intelligent and hardworking. He was also very handsome. Potiphar was very pleased with Jacob and put him in charge of all his properties. Unfortunately, Potiphar's wife one day had an unnecessary argument with Joseph. Since she was upset with him, she told lies about Joseph to her husband. Potiphar was angry with Joseph and he sent him to jail. When in jail, Joseph overheard 2 prisoners talking to each other. One prisoner was a servant to the Pharaoh and the other was a baker.
I had the strangest dream yesterday night. I wish I could make some sense of it.
My dreams are even more weird than yours.
Maybe I can help you. I can help you understand your dreams.
Haha, you're just a boy. How are you going to understand my dreams?
I do not interpret them. My God helps me. I will try to tell you what they mean. My God surely has a message for you." So the servant described his dream to Joseph. Joseph listened to him carefully and told the servant that his dream meant he would be released from prison in 3 days and he would be taken back by the Pharaoh as his servant. Joseph asked the servant to remember him when meeting the Pharaoh and ask that he be released. 3 days later, the servant was released just like Joseph had predicted. But when he returned to the prison, he forgot all about Joseph, and because of this, Joseph remained in prison for 2 long years. One night, the Pharaoh had a strange dream and could not sleep. The next morning, he called all his wise men, ministers, and counselors and described his dream to them. Nobody had an answer to what it could mean. When the servant, who was in jail with Joseph, heard about this, he suddenly remembered his promise. He ran to the Pharaoh and told him about the prisoner who could interpret dreams. The Pharaoh immediately summoned Joseph. "So, my servant says you can interpret dreams. He tells me you are extremely gifted." "I am not capable of such things, Your Majesty. My God works through me. He can give you the meaning of your dreams. Describe your dream to me." "Very well. In my dream, I saw 7 fat cows eating grass in a field. Then 7 thin, ugly cows rose up from the river Nile and swallowed the 7 fat cows. What does this mean?" Joseph listened to the Pharaoh and then closed his eyes for some time. He walked across the room and came back to the Pharaoh. "My lord, this dream you just described is very symbolic. It is a message from God. God is telling you that a great famine is coming. It will last for 7 years. There will be no food to grow, no rains. A lot of people will starve and die." "Oh, that is terrible news. We are all doomed then." "Wait, my lord, I am not finished yet. The dream came to you as a warning from God to prepare for the famine. There will be 7 years of plenty before the famine, so you can store up on food grains and livestock and other supplies during this period. You must make the most of this chance to produce excess food so that you can store it for later." "Oh, you are right. Thank God I found you. This is great news. We will be prepared for the famine. We will produce plenty of food and build up storages for the difficult times. Thank you, Joseph. You are the most wise man in the kingdom. I am appointing you in charge of overseeing this work." "Your Majesty, the honor is truly mine. These are not my powers. God speaks through me. I am simply conveying his message to you." Joseph helped the king to grow extra food grains and build storages during the 7 years of plenty so that people would not starve during the 7-year famine. He was also very popular among the people and earned their love and respect. The 7 years of plenty had passed by. The famine started. In the places around Egypt, animals were dying, lakes and rivers dried up, and people were starving to death. The people of Egypt had plenty to eat and drink because of the work done by the Pharaoh with Joseph. They had so much grain stored up that they were selling whatever was left to the people outside of Egypt who were starving. Jacob and his sons were struck by the famine as well. Their crops had all failed, and their sheep had died one by one until nothing was left. They had heard of the Egyptian Pharaoh who was selling food grains to people outside of Egypt. So Jacob sent his 10 sons to Egypt to get food for the family. Benjamin, the youngest son, stayed back with Jacob. When the brothers reached the palace of the Pharaoh where the food grains were being distributed, they saw a royally dressed man sitting on a high chair and supervising the distribution of the food. They approached him. It was actually Joseph. But they did not recognize him since it had been 10 years since they had seen him. But Joseph recognized his brothers. He realized that they did not know it was him, and he kept quiet. His brothers greeted him and then bowed down in front of him, just like the dream he had had when he was a boy. "Where have you come from?
We are from a faraway land called Canaan. The famine has struck us badly. We are a family of 12, and we have come to buy some food grains. Our father is waiting for us at home.
I do not believe you. You look like spies. Are you here to bring harm to our people?
No, my lord. We're not spies. We're just hungry travelers in search of food. Please give us some food grains and we will be on our way home to our father. Please help us.
Okay. Get up. I will sell you my grains. But you must bring your youngest brother and father when you come next time.
Thank you, my lord. We will do that.
The next time, Jacob and Benjamin went with the other brothers to Egypt to meet the Pharaoh. Joseph was overjoyed to see his father and little brother. After some time, Joseph revealed himself to them. Reuben, I am the brother you sold off to the Egyptians.
Oh, my brother, it's really you. What have I done?
Do not fear me. I hold no anger against you. Because of you, I was able to meet great people and be of service to these people. I was able to help feed them in the time of starvation. I have earned their love and respect, all because of you. I want all of you to come here in Egypt and live with me. Jacob could not believe that his darling son was alive after all these years. He ran to him and hugged him, while his brothers bowed down to him, just as he had dreamt many, many years ago.